what I think are incorrect expectations. In other words, I don't want to have the expectation that this change order subcommittee is suddenly going to be inserting itself into the change order review process. There are hundreds, thousands of change orders. Our approach so far has been to try and make sense of the system, to understand it. I will make the comment that with this bond construction program being 15, 16 years old, it is very interesting to me that we are still in the process of, quote-unquote, trying to understand the change orders. Now, part of that is that Primavera is only a couple of years old in terms of its implementation. But, you know, this is a hot topic. It's a controversial topic. It's an emotional topic. You know, on the one hand, I'm not a construction person. We fortunately have a couple of people on this Citizens Bond Committee who are, but I mean, change orders are a natural and normal part of any construction project. I think where the rub happens is how many change orders there are, the value of the change orders, and so forth. I think that's what we're trying to get our arms around, because talk about the smell test that Bill Kelly talks about. I mean, it's just naturally people think, oh, change orders, that's a way to game the system. And I just think that's a natural ongoing perception. But our hope is to try and shed some light into the system. I think there are a lot of very competent and professional people doing very well with trying to manage this monster, from a construction manager at each of the school sites and so forth and so on. And I think it behooves us as a bond oversight committee to do a couple things, and this is the two-pronged approach we've taken. Number one is understand the change orders system and be able to take some snapshots and observations of it that help inform us about the integrity of that change order system from a system standpoint. And then number two, to look into some specific, for example, Yvette identified 8 specific change orders that requesting more information. We've used as our sort of sample right now the Ohlone Elementary sub-project. Remember Ohlone, 14 total sub-projects. That's on the KPIs. You look down at all of the, there are hundreds of sub-projects when you look at all the 50-some schools in our district. And each of them have change orders associated with each of those sub-projects. So just the one Ohlone project, there were documents in your packet here. I don't know if you have them readily available to you, but I'm just going to very, very quickly highlight what you have in there, because I wanted to try and share with people that have a sense of what are the reports and what are the parts of the system. There are 2 pages in there, and I'm not going to necessarily wait for everybody to find it. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at it if not, but there's one of them that is all change documents by change management number. And I asked for the first and the last page, and the reason is that as of the date of this report, September 18th, just for the Ohlone new classroom phase 1 sub-project, one of 14 sub-projects for Ohlone, there are 266 change management numbered items. Right now I'm not dexterous enough with the terminology to say anything more than that. These are change managed items. As you look at page 1 and 2, you can see that, oh, it looks like there's some things off to the side. PCOs, which are proposed change orders. You got RFPs. You got CDs, which are, help me guys, what's that?
Construction directive.
Pardon me?
Construction directive.
Construction directive. So there's a whole nomenclature and everything else. But according to the change management number log for this Ohlone, there are 266. Then look at the proposed change order log itself, the PCO log, and they did copy the entire log in there as of this date, September 18th. 7 pages. 245 PCOs, proposed change orders. And you think to yourself, gee, you got 266 change management sub-buckets, 245 PCOs. This is what we're trying to make sense of. Then you have the construction change order summary itself. And a change order, by the way, is a collection of PCOs. So a contractor issues a PCO, proposed change order, a change that there wasn't accounted for in the contract that they got. Now we'll talk about reason codes in a minute. That PCO then gets negotiated with the school district, and it's either approved or not approved, or maybe the value is renegotiated. Then those PCOs get bundled into a change order. And the change order is what goes to the Board of Education for approval. So the change order summary log goes up to a grand total of 120. So at least that should make conceptual sense. There are fewer change orders than there are PCOs, because PCOs get bundled into COs. So I'm just saying those are three key documents that we're trying to make sense of, and I'll be honest to say I didn't like the way these summary logs frankly look. There are some missing numbers.